That's got to be the best pirate I've ever seen.
So it would seem.
The discussion surrounding the reboot of iconic franchises with new leads, especially the shift from a well-established character like Johnny Depp's Jack Sparrow in Pirates of the Caribbean to a potential female lead, as has been rumored, opens up this broader conversation about the challenges and the implications of these kinds of decisions in the entertainment industry. So when they announced that there was a rumor that Pirates of the Caribbean was going to be reboot and they were eyeing Edebiri, I think I'm butchering her name, I am so sorry. I figured this wasn't going to be received well. Not because she's not a good actress, I love her in The Bear. Fantastic show, by the way, if you guys haven't checked it out, and the chemistry that she has with the main character is just amazing. She really shines, and I love how she takes her role very seriously. So I have no doubt that she would do a great job in a role like this. The problem is, Johnny Depp's portrayal of Captain Jack Sparrow became synonymous with the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise. He has this very unique characterization that I've not seen any other character in any other movie do or perform, and it's this eccentricity mixed with vulnerability. It's his distinct look and mannerisms and moral ambiguity, and he is, when you look at him, you think Pirates of the Caribbean. At least I do. And if Depp isn't coming back, I don't see the point of them continuing the franchise, even if they're to reboot it. Replacing a character like him or shifting the focus away from him is going to be very difficult. So not only are you going to introduce a new character, but you have to do that, get people to watch and invest in this new character when everyone wants to see Jack Sparrow, and attempt to capture the magic and the appeal that came effortlessly with Johnny Depp's portrayal. Johnny Depp really embodied Captain Jack Sparrow, and I mean, we already know he's a great actor, but he is a master in character immersion. Oh my goodness, everything I've seen him in, I just believe he's the character. Like, I don't think Johnny Depp when I see the character, I just think the character, Jack Sparrow. And his performance transformed the role into this cornerstone of the Pirates of the Caribbean saga. Johnny Depp successfully infused Captain Jack Sparrow with this unparalleled blend of quirkiness and silliness and layered complexity. And so we have a character that is unpredictable, endearing, flamboyant, but profound. He didn't just throw on a costume and decide, I'm gonna pretend to be a pirate. Johnny Depp was successful as an actor, enough to inject his sense of authenticity and relatability into this character. And so he resonated with audiences all across the globe. There's so much that we can say about this guy, this character, and you can rewatch these movies over and over again and never get tired of them. You could feel the passion and the fervor in Captain Jack Sparrow's portrayal specifically. He's the only one I walk away remembering besides Legolas. I know his name's not Legolas, but let's be honest.
All up and down a city street while trying to
So I'm not saying that it's not possible for this movie or whatever is coming of it to be successful, but given Disney's track record, I don't really have high hopes for it. I mean, if Johnny Depp's not going to be part of it and you're marketing this movie as it's going to be female-led, that's not going to resonate or draw fans. We all know that audience expectation plays a really important role in whether or not a film is successful, especially franchises with dedicated fan bases. We all know this is why Disney has become lazy and is doing the nostalgia, because they know that there are already fans of the franchise. They're willing and ready and waiting. People hear Pirates of the Caribbean and they'll come flocking, not knowing what they're walking into, thinking they're gonna get something and getting something completely different. It's like buying a product that you've always bought for 10 years straight. They stop selling it, you can't find it anywhere, and then they finally bring it back only for you to realize that they've changed the ingredients. And it's all watery and musky and weird. But they utilize the brand name knowing that people would panic buy or eager buy based on the quality and the history they have with the product. For me, this is very misleading and insidious because these companies know exactly what they're doing. The studios know exactly what they're doing. They've done it over and over again. The problem is people have become wise. They're not really falling for it anymore. And that's why Disney movies have been tanking. You know the whole adage of once bitten, twice shy? Shame on me, fool you once, whatever.
I'm not falling for it.
I love this girl. I do. Like, her performance in The Bear makes me want to watch whatever she's in. However, if they're trying to say that they're gonna make her the lead in place of Captain Jack Sparrow, I am sorry, I don't see that going over well. We've had really good actors that come in and try to fill the void of an unsuccessful franchise that's just going down the sewer. And even they are not enough. If the script is bad and the audience is worn thin, a good actor or actress is not going to be enough to pull it back out of the slum that it's in. Fans of Pirates of the Caribbean have developed a deep connection with Jack Sparrow. That's what Disney doesn't seem to understand. And any significant changes to this formula that Pirates of the Caribbean already has, the franchise already has a specific formula, it already has the face of the franchise. It's specifically, if you're changing lead roles, you're going to risk alienating the audience. And I get it. You can introduce new characters or leads, and that can bring fresh perspectives and stories to a franchise. But this has to be handled very carefully so that what made the original series beloved and enchanting isn't lost. And people are not going to want to see this because they've already seen, as I said, from Disney's track record, that every time they do this, they're just doing it as a cash grab. They're doing it in name only, trying to get people based on nostalgia, and they completely lose the magic of what drew people in the first place. So you have to respect the original. Can they do that? Of course they can. Do I believe they're going to? No. Then here's the other problem that is an issue that nobody's really talking about, or maybe people are talking about it, but it's like these companies just don't hear. It's this very bizarre obsession of rebooting franchises with female leads or changing characters' colors, specifically so that the studios can make it seem as though they're all about diversity and representation in Hollywood. There's nothing wrong with having diverse characters, but their execution feels very, oh my god, see, my roommate and my friend is black. Like, not my friend, but like my brother's girlfriend's cousin's friend. So like, I can't be racist. That's totally what it's giving. They're doing it to get some score when they don't actually care anything about representation. And dare I say, it actually hurts diversity and representation, because when you put characters who they claim are diverse characters, when anybody of any color can be diverse. Diverse means variegated, a mixture of different things, not just melanated. But anyway, that's a story for another what have you. But you put them in these lackluster reboots, completely void of the joy and passion that saturated the original, which doesn't do any favors for the supposed diverse characters that you claim you're trying to represent. It's like making all the good movies for the non-diverse characters, and then saving the shit and the passionless movies for the characters you claim are diverse and that you're championing for, which we all know is a damn lie. Success in this endeavor to change perspectives or to have representation, it requires more than you just changing someone's gender or color. You have to have character development, good storytelling, and a genuine understanding of what made the franchise appealing in the first place. And the failure of some reboots with these new leads, regardless of the gender, often stems from this disconnect between the new direction and the established elements that fans loved about the original movies and franchises. I mean, it's like rebooting Super Mario Brothers and making Daisy the lead character without Mario in it. And this is very challenging for them to do already, especially when they're trying to overcome the slump that they put themselves in with being disingenuous and inauthentic. But you're changing the lead and also moving away from a character that is very integral to the franchise's identity. And understandably, people are going to be wondering, well, if Jack Sparrow's not in it, what is Pirates of the Caribbean without Jack Sparrow? Just a diluted or watered down husk of what it was, of its former glory. Can the essence of Pirates of the Caribbean be preserved or reinvented without its most iconic character? It's a gamble. It's a gamble. And they're not only taking creative risk, but you're possibly gonna impact the franchise as a whole going forward, and the studio, hurting your reputation even more if this falls through. Every movie that Disney releases, it just feels like they sink deeper and deeper into the swamp of armpit hair. People are also sick and tired of people just casting characters specifically because of their gender. Because we've seen in the past, they make a big deal about it. They've rebooted and reimagined franchises with significant changes to character dynamics, including gender swaps or replacing iconic characters. And this has been a trend. Not saying there's never any successful situations like this, but as I've said, passionless.
Damn sure don't learn.
It's no longer about characters or female characters being written to be strong. It's all about they're female and that's it. Love them. They got a snatch that you can pump your fist through. Magic trick. Love them automatically. It's very weird. And as a female myself, I know some people might think that I'm reiterating this too much, but for those who've not watched any of my other videos, I'm kind of tired of it. I'm tired of people writing female characters first instead of writing a character that just happens to be female and making a good character. We saw what happened with the Ghostbusters franchise when they did it just to do it just because they were girls. We saw them do it with Terminator Dark Fate. We saw them do it with Charlie's Angels, which is funny because the original Charlie's Angels was very female centric. They were just badass characters who just happened to be female. A lot of feminine energy. There was a lot of badassery. It wasn't just, oh, they're girls, full stop. They actually wrote good, complicated characters. So like I said, not saying this can't work. I'm reading the synopsis and it says Edebiri, I'm butchering her name, Edebiri, why can't I pronounce that? Edebiri. God damn it. Anyway, AO is reportedly the studio's top choice for the lead role of Anne, who will be one of several young pirates looking for a hidden treasure. Already, while this could be fun, I don't know why they're using Pirates of the Caribbean to do it. Why not make a fresh franchise? Or some kind of spin-off or something? If they're gonna call it Pirates of the Caribbean, people are gonna be sorely disappointed. Ooh, young pirates doing, like, come on. I love AO, but I'm not interested in seeing this, especially because it's made by Disney. The movie could come out and it could actually become a success and blow everything out of the water. And Disney might actually have a little bit of cream on the top for once, and they haven't had that in a very long time. But coming off of the very successful franchise that was Pirates of the Caribbean with Johnny Depp, also, not to mention, combing off of the trails of the entire situation where this poor talented man was unduly fired from all of his roles, his reputation tarnished based on a liar and abuser who turned out to be the villain of everyone's story. People were expecting him to come back, and I think maybe there were even talks of him being asked to come back, and he decided no because Disney shafted him, and I can't really blame him for that. But I feel like they should be okay with letting certain franchises go. Nobody wants to see Pirates of the Caribbean minus Johnny Depp on the coattails of the injustice that befell him. But I could be wrong. I just hope that Disney isn't pulling the whole, let's hire a girl and make her black so people can't say shit. Let's hope they actually hired her because she's a good actress and because they have a good story. But again, it's Disney, so there's not a very high expectation there. I really do hope that I'm delightfully surprised though. I still do hope. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. This has been Ultiori. You ask, we answer.